Hello, everybody. It's Bill, it's that college football guy, here with another preview, 2025 preview and schedule prediction. The last of the grandfathered schools. We're talking about the Mountaineers of West Virginia from the Big 12. Oh, boy. Where do we start with this one? Okay, let's start off with the fact that last season in 2024, they went 6-7, and as a lot of us have hoped for, no, he's a good coach. No, he's not. He's gone. Neal Brown finally got shown the door. Who comes in? You never really get a second chance at being a head coach. No, it just doesn't happen. And considering the way he left, I'm really surprised. But Roch Rodriguez is back as the head coach of West Virginia, having spent the previous 3 years at Jacksonville State, going 27-10. So we're going to see how this goes. One thing happened in his coaching staff. This is a question I have for the West Virginia fans out there. I'm sure Kuz from Kuz's Corner and the other fans who are going to bring this up. Chad Scott was a holdover and was the offensive coordinator, but he's taken the running backs coach. He's taken the job now being running backs coach at Texas. So I was trying to find, doing research a while back, to find the offensive coordinator who replaced Chad Scott and can't find anybody. So correct me if I'm wrong. That means to me that what I thought was going to happen in the first place, Rich is calling his own plays. Roch Rod will be calling his own plays. He'll be his own OC, which makes a lot of sense to me. Zach Alley comes in as the new defensive coordinator. He was the DC last year at Oklahoma. He actually was before that at Jacksonville State. In fact, he was Roch Rod's DC at Jacksonville State before he left to go to Oklahoma. So we're going to see how well this goes out. So at least there's a familiarity with the coaching staff. Now, let's get into the players here. Offense, Garrett Green's gone, NFL. Who's going to have the starting job? Well, we got a couple transfers and Nico. I'm going to butcher his name. Marcio, I apologize. Y'all correct me if I'm in there. Played 8 games last year. He's a redshirt junior, 37-56, 435 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 INTs. I think he's the leader in the clubhouse. You also got Jalen Henderson, a redshirt senior transfer for Texas A&M. Didn't really even play last year. And Max Brown, a redshirt junior from Charlotte. Now let me know. I think this really is Nico's job to lose. And I think he's going to have a chance to do something special. That's just me. Running back, really, I see only really looking at the running back room, there's really 2 guys who really get this chance at the starting job. I mean, obviously, Jaheim White. Last year, 149 carries, 845 yards, 7 touchdowns. He should be the starter for this season. And with Ty Edwards, the redshirt senior from Northern Iowa, I think really, it's really, to be honest about it, Jaheim's the starting running back, and Ty's basically trying to battle to be second string. I mean, that's pretty much what that is in terms of the going on here. Now, the wide receiver room is a bit up in the air. There's a lot of transfers. I mean, we have Preston Fox, redshirt senior, Jaden Bray, a redshirt senior. Both were on the roster but didn't really contribute anything last year. Jeff Warner, redshirt senior from Idaho State's coming in. But I think there's realistically 3 top candidates for the wide receiver positions. You got Rodney Gallagher, the third, a junior, last season, 26 receptions with 3 touchdowns. He's a holdover from last year. You got Cam Vaughn, the redshirt sophomore from Jacksonville State. What a shock coming over. He had 48 receptions for 5 touchdowns. And you got Oren Singleton Jr., the redshirt senior from transfer from Eastern Michigan, 64 receptions, 2 touchdowns. So the wide receiver room is a bit in question with the cornerback, but welcome to the world of the transfer portal. This is what you're going to get, folks. So it's going to be interesting how the wide receiver room develops here. Tight ends, Jacob Barrick, the senior transfer from Jacksonville State, will be battling 2 holdovers. Greg Genros, the redshirt senior, and Colin McBee, a redshirt junior. Neither one of them had really major playing time, so it's going to be, we'll see who between Barrett, Genros, and McBee who's going to be the starting tight end. Offensive line, and the whole thing is up in flux right now. You got some veteran players, and there's one guy, I love his name. Transfer from Tulsa. Walter Youngbear, the redshirt senior, is going to be playing for West Virginia. And he can maul some people and get them out of the way. So I've been a fan of his for a while. His name got me interested in his playing style I like. So he could be somebody good when he's focused in on in there. So the offensive line, I think, could actually be a strength of this team, provided everybody plays the way they're capable of. Now, defensive line, you got holdovers from last season. Edward Vestranen, redshirt senior. He was injured last year. He really didn't play anything last year, but not much. You have a Sonny Redwood, a redshirt junior. Corey McIntyre Jr., redshirt sophomore. Name ring a bell? You remember former NFL fullback Corey McIntyre? Yeah, this is his son. He's on the defensive line as well. You've got Adam Tomzik, redshirt junior transfer from Cerritos College, coming in. You also got another holdover. I think probably these two guys are going to be the focal points on defense. You had Hammond Russell the fourth, the redshirt senior, 17 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. But the one who's going to probably be, I think, going to be the best here, Jamori Robinson, the redshirt senior transfer from UTSA. He balled out last year for them. 43 tackles, 17.5 tackles for loss, 10.5 sacks. Be running on the edge. He played linebacker over there, but he's going to be lining up as edge rusher. He's going to be edge rusher here for West Virginia. He's going to cause some disruption. He's going to be a different problem for certain teams in the Big 12. Now, the linebacker room, Reed Carrico, redshirt senior. He probably going to be taking up one of the spots, 54 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Ben Cutter, a junior, 39 tackles, a tackle for loss. Caden Beiser is also back, a redshirt senior. Curtis Jones Jr., a sophomore, could potentially be something. But the guy who's probably going to be the biggest name disruptor, you want to call him that, on the defense is a transfer. Chase Wilson, the redshirt senior from Colorado State. 98 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 2 picks, 2 pass deflections. He is everywhere. So I think Chase will definitely make an impact with his linebacker room. The defensive backs, there's really only one player. Kikura Tarnu, the senior, 35 tackles, he had a pass deflection. Actually had half a sack too. He's really the only holdover in the secondary that's really going to do anything. Everybody else is a transfer. A lot from two from Jacksonville State. But we got William Davis, a redshirt senior transfer from Virginia Union. Jordan Walker, redshirt senior transfer from Chattanooga. You've got Justin Harrington, a redshirt senior transfer from Washington. These guys really didn't have any stats really coming in here. Jordan Scruggs, a redshirt senior transfer from South Alabama, 69 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, a pit and 2 pass deflections. That's interesting there for the defensive back. Devontae Golden Nelson, a transfer from Akron. He had 33 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 7 pass deflections, so he can get some things down the secondary. Justin Chambers, the senior transfer from Appalachian State, 39 tackles, a pick and a pass deflection. We'll see how he does. Derek Carter Jr., let's skip up here. Derek Carter Jr., redshirt senior, transfer from Jacksonville State, 31 tackles, 1 pick, 1 pass deflection. And then we get the 2 guys who I think are going to be the biggest disruptors. I mean, Jordan Scruggs, I think, is going to have an impact, too, with those 60. He can make plays. But the 2, I think, in here, one playing safety, Fred Perry, the senior transfer from Jacksonville State, counting solos and assisted. 110 tackles, 2 pass deflections. He's going to be all over the damn field. Star position, maybe. I don't know, but he's going to be a disruptor, definitely, for Jacksonville. And then the one, of course, I'm talking about, who, knowing Linden Vegas, knew the Mountain West schools real well, pay attention time to time. Michael Coates Jr., the redshirt senior transfer from Nevada. Nevada wasn't a good team. He was perhaps the brightest spot on the defense. 41 tackles, 4 picks, 10 pass deflections. He makes plays. Between him and Perry, both transfers, I think they're both going to make it. And the secondary could be a strength of this defense, along with how everybody else moves forward on the front, in the front 4. If Robinson, Russell, and I think probably Vestranen make force pressure and make moves in the front line, is going to really make life easier on the secondary. So it's going to be an interesting roster going on here. So now it's time, in the preview, let's look at the prediction here. All right. Heads up. A lot of people, I have watched a lot of predictions, and I've had this one done early. And I always go back and check things on here and see how it's going. And a lot of people, I've seen them picking West Virginia to go 4-8, to go 3-9. It's Rich Rod, it's turnover. But it's not like G5 turnover where it's turnover, as you saw some of the other videos I've done, where there's lack of experience. But these are players with experience who made plays coming in. So it's going to help the team offensively and defensively. And you've got Rich Rod, who's a play caller. Elevated Jacksonville State. I think you'll be able to do that at West Virginia. That's not exactly going to be a surprise here. So needless to say, they're not going to be that bad. I don't think. So let's get the story here. First off, start off the season at home against Robert Morris. Great way to start the season off. Everybody's going to get used to it. If you have a few bad plays, okay, but you get used to it. So you play Robert Morris at home, you win that game. Then you on the road against Stevens, Ohio Bobcats on the road. Not that far down the road. And Ohio just doesn't have the talent to keep up with you. Trucks love rolling by me on the interstate. You just see them going by, like right here. A little bit noisy. You might not hear it in the video, but I'm sure as hell am. But on the road at Ohio, you're going to win that game. Then comes the last non-con at home, the backyard brawl against Pitt. Last season at Pitt won 38-34 in a miraculous comeback. A lot of people don't think Pitt's going to be this good this year. A lot of people don't think West Virginia is going to be good this year. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. West Virginia has a bad taste in their mouth. This is a coaching staff. But Rich Rod is not unknowledgeable about this rivalry and what it means. He's not dumb. This game has its importance. He's going to be keyed up for it. Pitt with their changeover. They're traveling to WVU after losing. Some people would call this an upset. I don't. I have West Virginia beating Pitt at home. So you start off the season 3-0. Then you're on the road at Kansas. Kansas, who played on the road at Missouri the week before. Jaden Daniels back, quarterback. We're going to see how that goes, how that's going to go for them. This is basically your conference opener on the road. But I look at the fact that the backyard brawl is going to be so emotional. And getting the win. Conference play opened up. Rich Rod, big win. Not conference play. You beat won the backyard brawl. Big win. I think there's going to be an emotional letdown. You're traveling on the road. I have you losing in a squeaker to Kansas. Then you come back home to play Utah, who probably got drubbed by Texas Tech at home last week. The week before. But I'm one of the few people who doesn't look at a team, oh, this team's better than this team. There's other factors. And Utah traveling cross-country to Morgantown is a big factor. And I'm picking you guys to beat Utah. So you're going to be 4-1 right now. Then, travel being a factor, now you got to go cross-country all the way on the road to BYU. I mean, they played Colorado on the road, but traveling to Colorado is not as bad as it's not as far on there. And now you got to play BYU. They're going to be keyed up. You're losing to BYU. Okay, you're losing to BYU. So you're 4-2 going into your bye week, into the break. You're not on the bye week on the road at UCF. Now UCF played Cincinnati the week before. And I looked at this game, I'm deciding on this, and I just looked, the simple fact of the matter is, you got a bye week. You got 2 weeks to get ready for UCF. You got no excuse to lose this game. And I think you'll be prepared. And I'm having you beat UCF on the road. This one I went back and forth with, but that bye week is just too much for me. I got you winning the game. Then next week, you're at home against TCU. TCU plays Baylor at home the week before. Last time these two played, 2023, West Virginia won 23-21. They're going to remember that. And even though you're at home, I'm having you losing to TCU. I think you're going to get caught on this one. But the following week, so you lost to that game. Then you follow the week on the road at Houston. Houston, who the week before travels on the road to Arizona State and gets beaten up. Now they got to come back home to play West Virginia's travels to Houston. They're going to be beat up. You play TCU in a tough game, but I think you have more talent than they do. I'm picking you to go on the road to Houston and get a win. Then you're going to come at home to play Colorado the week before. Prime time, Deion Sanders. And the Colorado Buffaloes travel to Morgantown. The last time these two schools played was in 2009. It was 35-24 win for West Virginia. West Virginia had the game again. Colorado traveling cross country. Colorado could have the better team. But Morgantown is an environment. And when the coach believes, Neal Brown, I don't think fully did entirely. Roch Rod does. He wants to send a message. This is truly the game. He can do it. And you're going to beat Colorado. Big, huge win. Then after that emotional win at Colorado, you're going to have to go on the road, cross country to Arizona State, who's going to be a damn tough team to play. You had just had an emotional victory over Colorado. You're on the road. They played Iowa State the week before, but this is homecoming for Arizona State. They're going to have a little bit extra. You're traveling cross country. You're losing to Arizona State. I'm sorry. You're going to lose to Arizona State. And then comes a very unique situation. Your bye is the next to the last week of the year. And you host Texas Tech. I'm high on Texas Tech this year. And I think this is going to be one incredible game. Texas Tech's going to be looking on championship. They're going to be in a position here where they're going to have it. Last time you played was in 2020, last season. You played in Jerry World, AT&T Stadium, and they blew you out 52-14. And I think you were on the road. You were on the road. Now you're at home. Texas Tech's going to have a good year. I think they're going to make a mistake. Even though both of you have a bye week going into this. Both of you have a bye week. I think they are going to take you for granted. And think because they blew you out last year, they're going to blow you out again. And it's going to be a mistake. And you're going to beat Texas Tech to close out your season. A humongous win to close out the year. So you finished the season 8-4, but you're 5-4 in the Big 12. But all things considered, what has happened, I think that's a great thing. A great thing for West Virginia. So I've done enough yapping here. Time for you to let me know what you think about all this down in the comments. So again, thanks everybody for watching this video. If you haven't done already, please do me the favor. Smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. I know people are going to say, you're out of your mind. West Virginia is not going to be this good. I get it. I'll give the schedule again, minus all the add-ons. Home against Robert Morris, at Ohio. Home against Pitt, the backyard brawl. At Kansas. Home against Utah. At BYU. Then a bye week. At UCF. Home against TCU. At Houston. Home against Colorado. At Arizona State. Your second bye week. And home against Texas Tech. Why don't you let me know what you think it's going to be down in the comments. Share this video if you want to. And if you haven't done it already, check out some of the other videos I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 1K, trying to make some magic happen. Again, everybody, thanks you for watching this video. There's a lot of scheduled prediction videos I got to do because, again, the subscriber ranking, subscriber roll call, 40 schools to do so far. We are only 5, 6 in, and it's only been not even 3 weeks, barely 2 weeks doing this. So it's I got a lot of videos I got to crank out. So again, thanks everybody for watching the video. Hope everybody's having a great day. Be safe, and please stay cool and be good to each other.